Thank God there are still legal ways to exploit developing countries.
What I hate is people who exploit other people.
You can exploit somebody else.
Hey there, and welcome to TalkWord. You know, some words in English can be a real puzzle, and today we're tackling one of those fascinating, kind of confusing words. So, if you're new here, TalkWord is where we get really curious about English. We grab a single word, flip it over, look at it from every single angle, and I promise, by the end of this, you are going to feel like a pro. All right, let me ask you something. What if I told you there's a word that can mean something amazing, like a heroic act, but it can also mean something, well, something pretty terrible? Sounds like a riddle, doesn't it? Well, guess what? We are going to solve it today. Okay, so the word we're putting under the microscope is exploit. And listen, if you've ever heard this word and thought, wait, is that a good thing or a bad thing? You are definitely not alone. But stick with me for just a few minutes and it's all going to make perfect sense. All right, let's dive right in. And we're going to start with the good stuff, the positive side of this word. Think greatness, think adventure, think incredible achievements. Okay, so when exploit is used as a noun, a thing, it means a bold, daring, or heroic act. It's a feat. Imagine those epic stories about explorers or astronauts or maybe even a superhero. All those incredible things they did? Yep, those are their exploits. So, how do you spot this heroic version in the wild? Well, here are the clues. First, remember it's a noun. It's a thing. It's got a really positive vibe, all about great achievements. And a huge giveaway is when you see it used like an exploit or her exploits. Check out this example. It's perfect. Her exploits as an astronaut inspired a generation. See? When you hear that, you're not thinking anything bad. You're thinking about her amazing, admirable achievements up there in space. All right, deep breath. We're about to do a complete 180. Let's shift gears and look at the other side of exploit. The side that has a much, much darker meaning. So when exploit is a verb, when it's an action word, it means to use a person or a situation unfairly just for your own benefit. Yeah, this version, it's got a really strong feeling of injustice to it. And again, grammar is our best friend here. If it's a verb, it's describing an action being done to someone or something. And trust me, it is always negative. You'll hear it in phrases like to exploit someone or to exploit a situation. And this example really drives it home. The company was criticized for exploiting its workers by paying low wages. See that? Exploiting is the negative action. You can practically feel the unfairness in that sentence. There's a victim here. Okay, so we've got a heroic noun and a villainous verb, and they're spelled exactly the same. So how in the world do you tell them apart? Don't worry, let's break it down right now. Honestly, this is the whole secret. You don't have to memorize two different words. You just have to ask one question. What is its job in the sentence? Is it a noun, a thing, or is it a verb, an action? That's it. That's the key. Let's put them side by side. On one side, you have the noun. The meaning? A heroic act. The feeling? Totally positive. Like in her daring exploits were famous. But on the other side, you have the verb. The meaning? To use someone unfairly. The feeling? Definitely negative. Like in, they exploit loopholes in the law. So think of it this way. The noun is something you have, like a collection of achievements. The verb is something you do to someone else. That's the real difference. Okay, so let's wrap this up with some super simple tips you can use right away. First, ask yourself, is it an action being done to someone? If yes, that's the negative verb. Second, does it describe a thing, like a story or a great achievement? That's the positive noun. And here's a little pro tip. Look for words like an or the right before it. If you see an exploit, chances are super high that we're talking about the heroic, positive noun. And there you have it. You've totally cracked the code. Exploit isn't so scary anymore, right? But hey, your journey into understanding the tricky corners of English is just getting started. Seriously, you now hold the key. One word, but two totally different worlds inside it. One of heroes and one of villains. And the best part is, now you'll be able to spot the difference every single time. That's a pretty powerful skill to have. And hey, if you liked breaking this down with me, you're going to love our companion app, TalkWord. It is packed with short, easy-to-digest audio explanations just like this one to help you master pretty much any word in English. So go ahead and download it today and keep that curiosity going. Thanks so much for hanging out with me.